I am of course talking about Resident Evil 4 Remake. And we will be watching the No Major Glitches NG Plus category. And the runner will be Will Treaty, alongside his teacher, Audio Ignis. So when y'all are ready, take it away.
Hello everyone, I'm Will Treaty. I go by he and him. Today I will be running Resident Evil 4 Remake, No Major Glitches, New Game Plus category. This category implies we basically have all the upgrades available, and we start the run with predetermined inventory. This game being, or this run being in No Major Glitches category, it implies we won't be doing any crazy skips, going through walls, or the fans, anything like that, but it is still a very cool run, and I hope we will be able to put on a good show with my teacher, who is in here in the call with me.
Yeah, I'm Audio Ignis. I'm a variety streamer and a speedrunner, and I absolutely love this game. I'm so glad Will took on the challenge to learn this one, because it's not an easy run by any means, but I know that you've done fantastic with it, and I can't wait to see all the progress. Good luck.
Thank you. Hopefully I will be able to do it on actual run. I guess we can get started on that note. We have an initial load where I will press space to continue. I will just get started with that, then do a countdown from 3 to 2, 3 to 1 go, then I guess we can get started. So we start running assisted difficulty because it is just easier for us. Basically enemies are less annoying to deal with for most part. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. So to start to begin with already, you can see that I don't necessarily have the default Leon look. Outfit is more of a personal choice, but I think it was bunny ears, or it could be cat ears, I'm actually not sure.
Yep, cat ears.
Oh, cat ears, okay. Cat ears are actually helping for the speedrun.
Anyone home?
They gave us extra running speed, but only when we don't have enemies near us, so that we will be able to, in empty spaces like this, run faster, and when we have enemies around us, if we can deal with them, we will deal with them, so we can basically keep running faster as quick as possible.
Yeah, so actually the charm that is on the briefcase that you've got, the striker charm, that is the one that increases the running speed by 8%. It's a reference back to the original RE4 speedrun that they threw in there, because there's a glitch that you can do with the striker in the original RE4 where you can run faster doing something with it. So they threw that in here. The cat ears here are going to give you the infinite ammo. So basically just makes it you never have to pick up ammo.
Yeah, then I had them rope around. That's actually good to know. I always thought it was years. It also made some sense to me, since bunnies are fast, but unfortunately it didn't work that way. You will see that I'm quickly pausing the game at places. For most parts, it's for quickly skipping the cutscenes. When we pause the game during a cutscene, we can instantly skip them. Otherwise, I can just hold tab and still skip them, but by doing that, not only I'm giving up on tiny bit time, since I have to wait for, I guess you could say, tab input to fully go through, and skip the cutscene. But we also have a pause buffer at a couple places in this run, so it's actually useful to have pause button readily available to us.
Nice shot on the bell.
Yeah, I always get a second shot, I don't know why.
It's a little hard of a shot to hit. That shot is you're only able to do it with the rocket, or sorry, not the rocket launcher, with the sniper rifle. So it's purely a New Game Plus category trick to use. And it's not an easy shot because there's not actually a bell to aim at. You're just kind of aiming in the direction of where you assume it is. So getting in the first or second shot is pretty good.
There it is.
Yeah, from here, I will open the pause menu to change my aim assist type. Regardless of what I set it to run, what I set it as before run starts, it always gets set back to snap and follow, because this assist is difficult to run. Which actually blocks you from being able to do this shot where it kills the enemy up here and hopefully opens the window for us, which we were able to do. We have a couple more pulling up options. We need to change a couple things in the run, mainly FPS, because there are a couple FPS dependent things in this run as well.
FPS is always a big thing in Resident Evil games for some reason, and it really changes like hitboxes and things like that for it. Also changes like speed of enemies and whatnot, so changing FPS makes a big deal in a lot of parts of this, running at certain FPS as well.
Oh yeah, but just getting 100 FPS itself makes Leon faster, for example. Which unfortunately I can't exactly get, but it is what it is. It's not like I'm missing by a lot. I did a quick reload here, just to get rid of enemies that were following right behind me, so I can keep running full speed.
And right up here while he's taking these shots, I'll just explain. So with the Striker charm, it does have some flaws with it, as whenever Leon gets aggroed by enemies, he actually ends up running a little bit slower. So what he's doing there is killing some enemies that you can kill in rapid succession, just to be able to have that Striker charm working again a little bit faster to start running faster again. You can't do that in all the areas, like this upcoming area here. There's just too many enemies, so you just kind of have to deal with the aggro. But in some areas where there's fewer enemies, it's better to end up killing those enemies instead of dealing with it. Nice dodge.
And there are cases where sometimes it is just faster to explode those dynamites by shooting from far, and sometimes removing the cable like that. That one in particular was where it was faster to remove the cable, so we went for that. Let's see if I will able to skip the climbing down.
Very nice. That's one of the fun little minor glitches that we're allowed to do in the no major glitches category. Or just skip that jumping down animation, make it a little bit faster by swinging his knife. One of my favorite tricks in the run.
Shit.
Yeah,
They took my gear.
it looks very simple, but it actually took me quite a while to understand. I was initially struggling because I think I was just not pressing shift, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it can be a little confusing to get, but once you get the hang of it, it gets pretty consistent with it. And for some context of what's happening in the story here, so Leon was sent by the president to go and search for the president's daughter who was kidnapped. They were sent here to this location where her last known location basically was. And so what happened with Leon back there in the village, you know, he was just searching for Ashley. Didn't find her, instead he got attacked, and now here he got all of his items taken. Will's just running through without any items. It's best not to really pick up anything here, just because if you do pick up certain items, unlucky.
That's why I went for. Yeah, that's why I went for fully turning it. I knew it would happen.
Yeah, it happens. It happens a lot. It's easy to run into that one there. But yeah, so he just went and got his items back again. Basically, before that, you don't want to pick up any items because it can mess up later strategies in the run. Like, if you pick up a knife early, it may make Leon equip that knife instead of the knife that you want. There's a lot of items that you specifically want to have for this run, which is why your inventory is so important with how it's set up. mainly with flash grenades, primarily with flash grenades. There's a ton of flash grenades, but you've got other items like the fighting knife. That is Krauser's knife. It's the strongest knife in the game, which is why we like to use that one, just because it does the most damage. And then, of course, you have the riot gun, which is the primary gun that you guys are seeing him use here throughout all of this. It's arguably, I would say, just the best weapon in the game. It's got the fastest ADS, and which is just aim down sights. And it does a ton of damage, so it's easily taking out a lot of these enemies very, very quickly. And unfortunately, with TNT Alley, it's always unpredictable.
Yeah,
These enemies are...
I was okay with not getting the guy jumping down when I was climbing up, but everything afterwards was unexpected.
Yeah. That is one thing that should be pointed out with a lot of this run. It's very RNG dependent. Like, there is a lot of randomness that can happen. The enemies do not do the same things every single time. So you kind of have to go in with guesswork as to what they're going to be doing and try to predict the best that you can that's going to happen, just like that with the dynamite. It just, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Not a bad TNT Valley, though.
One of the worst of all time.
That area is one of the worst. For whenever it comes to RNG, it's definitely one of the worst. So, at the very least, since we're doing on assisted difficulty, it's a little bit more forgiving. If we were doing this on professional difficulty, Leon would blow up to the dynamite. So.
It can come wrong arrow.
All good, all good.
But yeah, thankfully, since it is New Game Plus, we unassisted, we don't really worry for our health in general in this run. Because we basically already stocked the armor, and if we may need, also a first aid kit. Also, this was our first flashbang usage. We will use it a lot in upcoming sessions. Mainly for the sections where we don't necessarily want to kill enemies, but I guess you could say we need to small them or just sneak by them. Because it is just much faster to not deal with enemies in general.
Yeah, flashing enemies is one of the biggest strategies in this game. It's very helpful, which is why I don't remember exactly how many. I think it's like 19 flash grenades in the inventory or something. A lot of flashes. And one great thing about all of these puzzles as well is they're always the same, no matter what. Every single run, every playthrough, they're not random, so very easy to, once you get a hold of the different ones, the different puzzles, not too bad to do them.
It's after some point just learning the, I guess you could say, pattern we need to do for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's done the flashbang. In that puzzle, unfortunately, you can control it with both your mouse and keyboard buttons. I prefer keyboard buttons, but if you go for that and accidentally move your mouse tiny bit, it just kind of ruins the whole thing. But thankfully, by the time I did that, most of it was done. Unfortunately, we won't get to save the doggo here. In hindsight, I think we could have put some incentive, like saving the doggo, but I guess for the next one.
The doggo is the best doggo ever. Unfortunately for, like you were saying, for this category, we do have to skip the doggo because the dog does take quite a bit of extra time to go and get them out of the trap, unfortunately. It is always nice to save the dog. Now what he's doing here with that rocket, there's basically just bomb and some enemies that are inside of the building there. By shooting that rocket, it's going to break the lock on the door and also the bomb in there so that he can just run right through.
Next.
and what you also saw him doing with switching through his weapons. Basically, whenever that building would fall, and this happens with some different things throughout the run, he would get stunned, Leon does, and so by swapping through the weapons, it just eliminates that stun animation, so you can just continue running.
It definitely should be a category, I agree.
Save the docket.
Church.
Yeah, I just
Made
did that.
And here we've got Leon approaching the church. This is where Ashley is located, but unfortunately we don't have the key, so in classic Resident Evil fashion, we have to go and get a key to open the door. And of course, it's not just easy to grab one key, no, we have to get 2 other keys to get the key to open the door for the church.
Yeah, this game has a lot of backtracking in that sense. Oh, we couldn't do this thing, so go get that, then come back. But while you're doing that, you actually need to do a couple more other things. But it's not in a way that's annoying, like you don't repeat the same route more than, I would say, 3 times ever. So
Yeah.
it's actually fine.
And right here, I love to see that. So that is a little trick, dropping down in that exact spot there. Basically, some other enemies would spawn up ahead if you don't drop down in that exact spot. Sometimes they still do, but a majority of the time they don't. And so by getting that, we're just skipping some of the enemies that could slow Leon down. And up here, these zombie doggos, just like what we were doing earlier with the areas, taking them out so that Leon gets that faster running speed once again.
Yeah, and the birds that fired up when we approached them were a signalist reference.
Is it really? I had no idea.
No. I'm just trying to keep the bird theme going somewhat.
I mean, birds are a common thing in a lot of Resident Evil, and actually for new game category, not new game plus since we have everything, but for new game, 2 of those birds there you do have to shoot because one of them drops a grenade and the other one drops a gem. I don't know why a bird has a grenade and a gem, but they do.
I am here for the bird
Yeah, it's
references.
very similar to us getting a
If anyone in chat or has,
it
Exactly.
doesn't make sense.
if anyone in chat
In any
can link
way,
this game
but
somehow to
it was
birds,
fun.
then
It was great.
let us know.
Exactly.
I'm gonna quickly get the gas can and reload the checkpoint in here. It's mostly for resetting enemies back to their default positions, so when we are trying to go out of here, they are not right in front of the door, blocking us, attacking us and such. We will do that in a couple more places as well. Also, this is another skip that's coming up if I can do it. Unfortunately, I wasn't.
Nearly.
If you can fully line up and jump in a way that perfectly gets you through the gap in there, basically you don't have to jump down twice. You barrel through first platform and you die to land at the bottom.
Yeah, that's another one of our glitches that are not glitches, basically. It's a hard jump to get because you have to hit it at just the right angle. So even jumping down twice, though, isn't too big of a deal. And now that we've got the boat fuel, we're going to be facing the first boss here.
Yep. Just before that, I will drop our frame rate to 60. It just makes the upcoming waves more bearable.
Yeah, so while he's focusing on this, I can just explain the 60 FPS, like he said, are making the waves just a little bit smaller so that it's easier to hit Del Lago here. And then he's doing this animation absolutely perfect. There is a quicker animation with trying to throw the harpoons that you want to do. It's a little tricky to get, but you want to make sure that you get it so that way you're killing Del Lago hopefully within what I call like the second cycle. You want to try to not get him into the third cycle. A little unfortunate on that last miss there. Not bad though. It's a very tricky
I also
one to
missed
hit.
mod when I did the initial jump, unfortunately.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Yeah, the mouse shot is the critical shot that you want to try to hit as best as you can. So here we're getting onto what I call his third cycle technically. For a casual playthrough, this would be his first cycle, but easy kill at that point. Very nice Delago.
Yeah, thankfully it didn't go beyond that. Since we are on 60 FPS and we need 120 to run faster after skipping cutscenes, we will quickly go back to that as well.
And coming up here, coming across a new enemy. I forget its name, but basically tentacles shoot out of its head. And one of the great things about these guys up here is that they are very susceptible, the Plagas inside of them are susceptible to flash damage. So, getting to throw that flash grenade early, we don't even see the enemy there, just taking out the enemies so we can run faster once again. And I loved getting to see that you were doing the
What is this place?
faster running to go up stairways and stuff. That is one that is a little bit tricky to get, and you're doing it very well.
I wasn't even sure if I was doing correctly until now, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, no, it looked pretty good for what I could see for it. So that is one that it's tricky to get the hang of, and some runners can do it even on flat ground. I'm not one of those runners.
Yeah, I tried a bit and instantly gave up after seeing how hard it was.
Yeah, it's very hard to get the hang of, but whenever you're moving upstairs, it's usually a little bit easier, and it just basically gets rid of a running animation that Leon would have that moves upstairs. It just makes it go a little bit faster. So there's one area that it's pretty important to get in, but the rest of it is just kind of whatever. And this lovely statue head is our first key. We have to gather 2 of them. This area is the nicer one. Usually you would just go and line up to figure out what the key solution is, but because we just already know, we just get to enter it in and take it. And there's a lot to explore in this water here. There's a golden egg that you can go and get, and another gun you can go and get, and we just ignore all of it because we don't need any of it for this run. But for new game runs, they like to go and loot a lot of this stuff around here.
I would imagine it's a good way to quickly get items since you have to go from one point to another. In here, we are actually how we line up here matters because basically which way both faces is important for which way it's gonna be looking towards. If we don't make it turn left just enough, where it I guess spawns in looking to left, it will spawn looking its right after we are off the shore. You can basically think of it as shore itself is a divider line. If you are closer to the left of it, both will be looking to the left, and if you are close to right, it will be looking to right. Since we want to go left, we want to make sure it actually is closer to left.
Exactly. You've had a nice run up here. This is another area that is very RNG dependent. These guys like to punch you and shove you. And this is where the shovel guy's at, who I've had at least hit me in the back of the head quite a few times. But
yeah,
you're working your way around them very nicely.
I was gonna go for reload, then I saw nobody was on the bridge, so I decided to go for it.
Nice. And with that, with those 2 keys, we can go and grab the key finally to be able to get to Ashley.
Yeah, we did all of this just to get Ashley, by the way, everyone.
Yep. It's gonna be very repetitive having to go and get Ashley throughout this run.
Same mark from the church. Is this the key?
Oh, I got this is the key.
That's alright, all of these buttons are very close together with trying to insert the keys into the spot to grab the key.
I guess this will also be an opportunity to show how boss fights, at least the ones that you can use your guns on, become treasured on this category with the upcoming one.
Yes, the very intense, very crazy boss fight that is going to happen.
Infinity rocket launcher was a mistake.
There's no mistake. The infinite rocket launcher is the most beautiful weapon in the entire game. We love this weapon.
Oh, of course I'm not complaining as a runner.
Just like
so
that
that was
boss fight.
It's almost a pancake.
I love it. It really shows that a
Okay.
lot of this run, the
Let's get
boss
to that
fights are the easy part of it, and a lot of the rest of it, like the running through, is the more intricate and difficult parts of this run. It's funny to see. The bosses are really just a rocket launcher and they're done. Blink of an eye.
And actually dodging enemies also matters as well. If you run out of your armor, you actually need to go and buy for a strat that we will do later on. So it's not only the saving time, not being more annoying, it's actually important as well.
Yeah, it's very important. It's important to watch basically the body armor. The health is kind of not really as important. Just the body armor. Body armor is very important for the run here. And here we get the classic window puzzle.
I love how we can just put the island before it's actually visible.
Yeah, we can get it a little bit early, just moving these around. Some very advanced runners, this is not me, can just do this lined up perfectly. It's a little bit difficult to get it lined up exactly how you need. It can be a little bit off, but getting it super precise, it's more important. That way you just get it without having to switch between a lot of the
You in
windows.
there?
You did it very nice. And here we have Ashley. We've been reunited with her.
For now.
For now.
But thankfully the HDS armor, so we don't have to do the usual Resident Evil 4 thing where we have to look after her. Basically the armor she has makes her invulnerable. Even if enemies grabs her, they just let go of her after holding her for a tiny bit. It still has a fail condition where if we get a checkpoint while Ashley is being held, we can actually fail, but outside of that, we generally don't care about how is Ashley and what she is doing,
Stay close.
thankfully.
Yeah, it's very frustrating having to deal with Ashley, so having that reduced is nice.
Coming, get behind me.
She can definitely still cause some problems for the run, but this makes it a lot easier not having to worry about her as much. And it looks like you've got a very nice Ashley. She is just running right along.
Yeah,
without
she didn't get
stopping.
stuck once. Oops. Well.
Sorry, we need to keep moving.
Got it.
Hunnigan was right about the weather.
¡Detrás de vosotros, imbéciles! Where are you going?
Beautiful
Also,
running upstairs.
yeah. Also, you will see that me pulling out my gun a lot after jumping down and such. You can do two things for getting rid of, I guess you can say, recovering animation as fast as possible. One of them is pulling out your knife. Another one is ADSing with your gun. I usually go for ADSing with your gun. It just feels easier for me. But that's why I'm spamming ADS whenever I jump down, because it saves me a tiny bit every time I go for that.
In this part, you're approaching the cabin. Good luck. I believe in you. This is one of the more difficult parts of the run for sure. And so he's starting off here with the rocket for those enemies over there. And then switching to the Magnum to take care of these ones here. He's gonna make sure to hit perfect that guy in the back. This is all very precise on the timing. If you don't get the right enemies at the right time, it can get the wrong ones to spawn. Basically here, you just need to kill a set number of enemies.
It's fine.
All good, it happens. Usually Luis is the one that gets me to end up shooting myself with a rocket there. But yeah, we're just trying to kill a set number of enemies, waiting for certain ones to spawn in at certain locations. Just to trigger the next section, we need a boss enemy to spawn so that we can move on past this area. It sounds like the guy is there behind. So able to throw in that flash grenade for them. Very nice. And now the reason for that flash grenade is basically to try to hold a few enemies. We only got one there, but that's all right. In place, it's because to get the next guy to spawn in, you again have to kill a certain number of enemies before he'll appear. So, and that sounds like our boss with a nice rocket launcher. I'm gonna take care of him, and once Ashley shows up, that part's complete. That was a very nice cabin. This, like I said,
it went a lot better than Tava usually do, if I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the more difficult ones for sure. Like it's very, very precise if you miss on enemies. So you did a very excellent job with that cabin.
What's gonna happen to me?
Thankfully, some couples found a few texts for that, like as you explained, the guy falling down, screaming, whatever, for first phase where we throw the flash so enemy stays with us. For second one, it's literally just post himself screaming. After that, it's pretty much waiting for Ashley.
Yeah.
We've got company. Keep moving, but quietly. Got it. I guess we're doing this.
And this part here is pretty lucky. A lot of these enemies hopefully get pretty distracted by Ashley, so we can just run right by.
Yeah, we are basically going to use Ashley as a live shield for around here.
Exactly.
Also, most meaningful dodge coming up. I will actually let that one play for the fans. If you know, you know.
It's very important cutscene. And here he's just taking out the Matilda. This is another one of the weapons that we like to use. It's more for precise shots, so he's using it here to get that lock that is broken inside of there. Nice pickup on that first aid as well. In the inventory, I'll let the cutscene, the fabulous cutscene play. Completely necessary backflip. It's for the plot, very important.
None of the things in store would happen without that backflip.
Yep. But yeah, in the inventory that is set up for this run, at least for what I myself have and what Will is using, there's only one first aid spray in the inventory. It's usually recommended to have more than one, like at least two. You kind of have to be careful with the inventory, make sure you don't have too much in it. But I always just carry one and pick up that later one. Most of the time you don't really need it, but occasionally you might have to use two.
And in there, I actually let go wait for Ashley to be let go before I actually got the checkpoints, because that was basically the fail condition I talked about. But thankfully, it wasn't a problem.
Yeah, did it very well, very smart. And here we've got our boss who is chasing behind us. The important thing here is just making sure that Ashley makes it up this mountain, because if she gets grabbed, it's all over. But yeah, you've got excellent pathing up here, taking out these enemies. So no real issue there.
This way.
And perfect dodge on that dynamite as well.
Listen, you're the one he wants. If we see him again, you run.
What about you?
And now we get to
I'll do my
face
job.
Mendez.
Very difficult boss.
Very
and
nice.
I actually struggled with that second shot, mostly because I was thinking it's
Fire's bound to catch
basically
their attention.
the next pillar after the one we usually shoot at.
Leon?
But
I'm not
thankfully
gonna
you have
turn
enough
anyone
time where,
right?
where you
I
can
won't
just
let
wait
that
and
I
see.
promise.
You don't rush it.
Yeah. It's a little bit hard to hit, but once, yeah, you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. So basically what happened with Mendez there, any shot to his feet on the first phase of Mendez will basically knock him out of that phase, and always he goes into the second phase unless you get some really lucky RNG, but that one's completely random if you get it or not, and killing him in the first phase completely. So
just
most of the time, every single runner goes into that second phase. Every runner handles it differently, and the strategy I like to use and recommended is shooting that beam up there with the rocket launcher. I find it to be the easiest. Some runners like to take out the Magnum and shoot him with that and then with the rocket. But to me, the beam is just easiest, fastest one to get. And here, that wonderful enemy is a new introduction. Even with New Game Plus, that enemy can be a problem. Not that specific one standing there, because that one's pretty easy to take out, but other ones in the future, just because they are a little difficult to kill. They've got some extra, like, armored faces, so you have to be more precise with the timing on when to kill them, unfortunately.
And we actually did a reload here, different from normal reason. Basically, the thing I just shoot normally doesn't spawn instantly, but if you reload the game, you basically get it instantly. I don't think it actually saves time for RT, which what matters for marathon, but it's the correct way for doing, so I went for it anyway.
A little unfortunate. Just
Yeah,
bad
that's-
RNG.
That's probably gonna be a bad cycle now, but we will see.
It happens, yeah. The unfortunate thing with these guys, if they just grab you and push you, it's gonna mess up the timing, but main thing is breaking down that door. What you got?
I'm just gonna go safe.
That's fair.
Yeah. Good thing I did.
Yeah, this part is very intricate in trying to get like the exact timing and animations that you want from the enemies, and sometimes the enemies just don't want to give you those animations. Or Ashley is my biggest problem usually, in that she will just stand in the way and block your pathing. So very unfortunate, but like, yeah, it's just RNG and whether you get past it or not and how you get past it.
Come on.
I also know where I can save extra flash easily, so if I need to, I basically go for it every time.
Yeah. Nice shot on those guys. Now here, he's just shooting up at those puzzles. That puzzle's basically supposed to take place later. You're not supposed to be able to see those, but with the rocket launcher or with grenades, but since we're on New Game Plus, rocket launcher is a lot easier. You're able to shoot those early and just open the door that would appear at a later time. This is going to lead us down to the first gear door that we're going to face. Nice. And this guy, he can be handled a few different ways. Of course, New Game Plus, the easiest way is just a rocket launcher. Some people like to use a flash
You
grenade.
can just use the rocket launcher.
Exactly. Always use the rocket launcher. It's the best weapon ever. Get reunited with Ashley, always coughing. So for some story context of what's going on here, Ashley and Leon have both been infected with Las Plagas, so they're trying now to remove that infection, which is why they're over here in the castle. Luis,
You
who
okay?
created the infection, also created the cure, and he told them basically where to go to get that resolved, which is why they're up in here.
Where are you going?
And right here, we just got a nice little puzzle with these swords, getting them all into the correct positions up on the wall here.
What's that used?
Yeah, thankfully, since it's all
Well, it's just
predetermined,
rough.
as long as you remember what to do,
Only a
it's
couple
not a
of
big
uses
deal.
for it.
Yeah, very straightforward. It kind of just creates nice breathing room between more difficult parts.
I do like a non-stop going nature of it though. We basically opened the door, and
This
while
is the same
door
room as
opening was
before,
happening,
isn't it?
we basically got rest of the pieces, so we basically never stopped in the room.
Not this guy
I
again.
love the efficiency of it.
I'm taking delivery of preparing some entertainment.
And now, welcome to Water Hall. This area sucks. Good luck.
Yes.
I believe in you.
I don't, but it's okay.
Talking about RNG, this area is one of the worst for it. It really can just make or break an entire run. It's rough, for sure, to say the least. These enemies are pretty unforgiving. We're gonna use flash grenades as best as we can to try to just get them to avoid us. Hopefully they all get stunned by it. Sometimes they don't like to. Very nice. But yeah, shooting any of these enemies, it will make them basically pop into worse enemies that are going to be a bigger problem. So just trying to avoid them and move as quickly as possible while they're stunned.
Yeah, it's basically, how do you say, last ditch effort if you have to kill them.
Yeah, exactly. Nice dodge, very nice.
Oh, this is a good range. I never seen that.
Yeah, that's very nice. Now let's
Usually-
just hope the Ashley's quick. And she's stuck.
Yeah, that's.
She will
At
catch
least
up.
I was able to survive. I had a run where I genuinely died to that.
Oh, that guy, you got the fun random dude that just sometimes
Yeah,
likes to run
sometimes
up there
can't go
for
up.
no reason.
Okay, well.
There's two of them now, okay.
Okay.
Now that, okay, so that is something that happens. There's no reason why that happens. Just sometimes the enemies like to run up on Leon up there. Usually if they're supposed to de-aggro. That's just unlucky,
okay?
pure RNG that happened.
I got this.
Yeah, I think we talked too soon about me getting good range until that point. That's fine.
Don't stop.
At least the rest of
it's,
water
in a way-
clean stuff.
Yeah, in a way ended up being a trade. If it was bad initially and also bad there, then it would be a lot worse than it is right now.
No, all of that was honestly pretty clean. It was just unfortunate with the dudes running up. Like I said, that is something that doesn't usually happen. And just unfortunate that it did. Now, here he's just clearing out these enemies as quickly as possible because the main goal here is to get Ashley to run from point A to point B and without slowing her down. And she likes to, if there's an enemy in her way, she'll stop and crouch and hide from them. If there's an enemy dying on the ground in front of her, she'll walk slowly around them. So just making sure that killing the enemies as quickly as possible is the main goal so that Ashley is just moving. That way she's getting those walls up. Or sorry, the floor of the bridge.
Yeah, the most important thing here for us is right now is basically actually not getting blocked while turning these wheels because not only
Okay, get back here.
she starts from zero, we actually need to save her as well. At least for being quick. It's relatively quick actually this time.
Yeah, you've got a very quick Ashley in this run, which is just great to see. She is fast. And unfortunately, there's no skip here as we get to the Ashley cough.
The thing that hurts most is it being a predetermined one, as in She basically just coughs in your face in every run, no matter what.
Mm-hmm. And with that cough, basically what happened is she kind of got a little bit lost in her head with Las Plagas, and she ran away from Leon because she was scared. She thought she was going to hurt him. So Leon has to once again go and find Ashley, a very repeating theme that happens throughout this game.
Sorry to interrupt.
So what he's done up there's basically an enemy. I believe they're called the Summoners. I could be wrong on that. They're just these red fellows here. They can create worse enemies basically and also slow down Leon with a little thing that they can do. So shooting him before even getting into the room makes it so that he's not slowing down Leon or making any of the enemies into worse enemies. And then the rest of them is just dodging, which you got around them very nicely. You got some unfortunate spawns with them, but you did just maneuver around them perfectly.
Last person I thought I'd run to.
And here's where we would get to say hi to Ada if we weren't skipping all of the cutscenes. We actually don't get to see Ada in the speed run, but this is where we would get to say hi to her otherwise.
Yeah, I just let the elevator ride happen. Otherwise,
That's
we
fair.
basically never see a cutscene in this game, yeah.
Very nice puzzle.
That should do it. All right. Need to find Ashley.
Subtle
Oh,
foreshadow.
And unfortunately, there's no early killing that spider. I've tried. It doesn't work.
Christ.
But basically, with that spider enemy that you saw there that is blown up now to smithereens, it will just run forward randomly and very, very quickly, so taking them out is kind of high priority just to make sure that they don't run into you, because talking about RNG and very random enemies, those things are very random. That was a beautiful shot on those enemies there. Just making sure that the enemies are basically cleared out of the way, so that way we can get up here. And usually you'd have to go around and open up a lot of different windows for this puzzle here, but we're gonna skip the entire puzzle and just shoot the thing on the outside to clear it out. This room is a little bit tougher because sometimes the enemies are rude, but you had beautiful spawns for those enemies. Love to see it. Very nice.
This is probably the cleanest I ever went. I usually hit the door with the missile, but
Giant pain in my ass.
it worked out this time around. I'm actually very happy with that one.
Yeah, that was very great. Very great room there. And now that big giant up there to our right that we're just kind of ignoring, we could kill him with the rocket launcher early, but it actually ends up taking more time if we decide to kill him early than if we kill him at a later point that is coming up. Nice, you got her to drop.
Yeah, thankfully that saves us from dealing with her.
And so right there instead is a nice easy way to take out that giant. It's just a little bit faster taking him out here than stopping to take him out with the rocket.
All right. Open for traffic.
This is a beautiful castle.
Sorry. I've had my fill of you guys. Ashley, where are you?
And upon reaching this room, we are reunited once again with Ashley.
I genuinely don't know how many times that whole cycle it was. I would guess around 5. Where if we lose Ashley and get her back again.
Just leave him, right?
It happens like every other chapter practically. It's just the theme, losing Ashley and finding her again. And now for this maze area, there's one main enemy that is the problem, which is those dogs. These dogs can be pretty random. Some of them, like that dog, spawn in locations that we know, and some of them just like to run up on you randomly that we don't really get to predict, unfortunately, like that one.
Yeah, I do those small left and rights, just trying to dodge, where they completely jump on you and you have to attack them to get rid of them. So I didn't have to do that.
Yeah,
I don't know if
and
it
usually
works,
that's the
but...
best thing you can do. Like, it would definitely be one of the best ways to handle it. It's just random if a dog decides to get you that time. It's a straight up 50-50.
Hold this down.
Okay.
And now these dogs here, so instead of like, you know, running, the main reason we're taking out these dogs is just because we don't want them to attack Ashley. If they attack Ashley, she's gonna drop the door and you'll have to go around and tell her to hold it again, which is just time loss. So taking out those dogs to make sure that they don't hit her is the main reason why we're taking them out. A lot of this stuff is to help out the companions that we have along the way.
Ashley, run!
Very nice.
I just didn't worry.
That dog.
By doggo. Yeah. That's why I delayed the shot. Thankfully it worked out.
Yeah, that was perfect. That dog is just right there behind you. These dogs are very aggressive.
Now,
I guess they know I am a cat person.
Yep. We gotta go after the cat. So now right there, the reason that he had to kill those enemies, basically Ashley will just stand there, she won't move, and you can't progress without her. In that part, so she'll wait until those specific like enemies are dead out of the way. She doesn't care about the dogs, just the other guys, and she'll wait for them to walk up to her if we don't kill them. So taking them out before they can reach her, so that way she'll just start running to us instead is what we need to do. And that is a very fun trick, one of my favorites. Basically just shooting that spot a little bit early. You can do it with a grenade as well, but we use the pocket launcher because it's just the best weapon in the game. And it's just to take out the guys that would otherwise pull the lever and drop us down, which would take, of course, a lot more time because then we'd have to run around to grab the key that we need, the statue head. So instead, just shooting that to kill those guys who'd otherwise pull the lever so we can just run straight across. The goal there. Here with the knights,
little old-fashioned.
they're the most predictable enemies in the game because they will wake up in a very specific order.
Come on, you can't be serious.
I usually get those one shot by here. Okay.
Yeah, luckily they're pretty slow, so even getting some of the order a little different is always fine.
Yeah, since it is third places, it's just picking them back to back. This is also my favorite one in the game.
Ashley.
That's fun. love Leon's puns.
We should make a tier list where we just tier list old puns in the game.
Yes.
Surprisingly, it is from my casual play. I counted, I think, about 7.
7 puns?
Yeah.
Amazing. I love it. Leon's personality is one of the reasons why I love this run so much. And just the little puns like that make me smile. Make the run fun.
Also, I held back it's 7 joking near. I want
Looks like we figured it
so
out.
bad. I decided to be a better person.
Reminds me of the 6-7 joke that happened earlier in the stream. I think it was in the duck run. I don't remember exactly. Maybe the goose run. But here we've got the statue heads. We do have to watch a little bit of these cutscenes. And now it goes to probably the easiest part of the run, which is Ashley's section, because she is invincible. She doesn't really have any movement tech because she can only run, and she doesn't even really get a weapon. She just gets this little lantern. So it's kind of just shift W throughout this entire section with little nuances here and there, but
Basically what
definitely a
I
lot
just
nicer.
did.
Scare me
Yep.
like that.
Exactly, just whenever she gets stunned, using the lantern to get her out of that animation. So she's running a little bit faster again.
Yes.
And getting that clock there skips a huge section where you'd usually have to go through, break an elevator, and find... I believe it's like a key through an entire section just to get to a note that says the time on the door, but luckily we know the time on the door already, so we just skip all of that to run right ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember the exact time we put it to. I just remember we do 2 full circles and we put it to pass 4. It
Yeah.
is pass 4 something, but I don't know what it is pass 4.
I don't know the time either, that's exactly how I count it. It's just 2 circles and then just lined it up.
Do you have time for a quick donation read?
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course.
So, we do have a $15.27 donation, which, as you can see, has brought the total up to $69.6.
Nice.
And the message from this anonymous donator reads very.nice.wah. And I'm kind of interpreting that that's supposed to be a Waluigi wah. I don't know. However, this anonymous donator has forgotten to put this clearly Waluigi supporting donation towards the incentive of having the Waluigi color palette for Paper Mario Tower of Trials. So that's a bit unfortunate, but I still believe we can do it. We can get Waluigi over the finish line. And if you write any more donations that read like they're in Waluigi's voice, I'll be sure to read them out in Waluigi's voice.
Amazing.
That's a good incentive.
I love the total is 69. 69. Oh, beautiful.
Okay. Be good nights and stay still.
And I mean, here at the Ashley section, all that is happening, basically, she's lost her lantern now. We had to put it up to take the key that's going to save Leon. And luckily this part here is pretty straightforward. Luckily we can't die because Ashley's in the armor, so even if she gets smacked by one of the knights, it just phases right through her. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's more of a body block rather than it mattering at all.
Exactly. This is one part here where we're gonna try to see if we can get that nice little glitch. Not quite, but it's okay. That one's a little bit harder to get because, unlike on New Game, we just like to stick at 120 FPS. And the trick is a little bit easier to do at 30 FPS, but it's kind of more of a loss for us if we swap. So it's just a 50-50, and if we get the trick or not at 120. It's a little bit harder to slip by that knight on the right side. Basically, instead of getting the slight delay pushback of being hit by the knight, we would just run right by them. But it's not really major time loss either way. And now, in classic Ashley fashion, she has been taken once again, and so it's Leon's job to find her once again.
Same as ever.
Unfortunately, in a way, the entire section that is for me where it's fair on starts, because basically what we are hearing in background, those enemies tends to be very unfair and broken in some ways.
Very. those are the bugs, and the bugs are the worst, arguably. Like, I would argue that these are the worst enemies in the game to have to deal with. They're just so random and so annoying.
Here you go.
Beautiful flash. So we're using the flash grenade here because there's a lot of bugs, and that one's unfortunate. That one just decided not to get stunned, but we like to try to stun all of the bugs to be able to move through. But like you saw, some of the bugs just decide, nah, I don't want to get flash grenaded.
Yeah, if you can
cause quite some
instantly
problems.
stun them, it's just better to get rid of them because they will attack you during the animations and cancel them as well.
Yeah. And no matter what, we've got to open these two, or pull these two levers here to open the gate to get through to the next area. So, luckily, it seems like the bugs are keeping their distance for the most part. Some of them are getting a little close, but
Yep.
I'd say as one of them, yep, I jinxed it.
Yeah, I think this is applying health POV. Especially quick.
Yep, exactly a time that we would want to heal. So that's one of those times where just as soon as we're flashing into red because Leon walks a little bit slower, getting a quick health is good to do.
Present for you.
Very nice shot.
You can actually
that's
die
where-
to their dying animations as well, that's why I say that, right? I know it for unfortunate reasons on a PP round, so that's why, yeah, that's why we don't rush into them.
Yeah, their claws will hit even as they're going down. And yeah, that section, basically, the shot that he took is the exact shot that you want to take for the quickest way to kill those enemies. If you miss that shot, you just have to shoot some extra rockets to take them out, which would just take some extra time, basically, we want to try to avoid. But hit it first try, beautiful shot, and then followed up right away with a flash grenade because the enemies in that room are just violent, and they like to grab Leon a lot. And another pun.
The hell?
Okay, I'm gonna jump in with a donation. This is amazing. We actually have a bid for Waluigi. 10 Canadian dollars saying justice for Waluigi. Justice for Waluigi! From Nupali. So thank you so much. Finally, we get some momentum behind our favorite plumber. Or my favorite plumber.
Let's go.
Let's go!
People are definitely getting their money's worth with the voice acting.
I love it. I love the... I love it. Now, back in that section, running through the water, you just saw him taking out the bugs. Those bugs are pretty much always in the same spot. Those are some of the few predictable enemies that you can find. Shooting them with a shotgun, you basically have to do, there's not really any dodging around them. Make sure they don't take them out, but this is going to be fun. Getting up to one of my favorite enemies here in the game, personally. But also a very frustrating enemy in casual playthroughs, I would say. Definitely not the alien, the xenomorph from Alien Isolation. They call him Vertigo here. And
I also
basically
love
Vertigo...
the fake sound police right behind you. That in my first initial running run, I kept checking behind constantly. It genuinely worked on me. I'm gonna be honest about that.
Oh yeah, playing through it like the first time, hearing all of these sounds, like the vertigo is, I think, a fantastic and terrifying enemy to have to deal with. Luckily, speedrun, we make it quite a bit easier, but... Very nice.
Lapdog.
Yep, thankfully we were able to get the quick kill on Vertigo. You basically wait until his shoulders goes up, then shoot that spot next to fire hydrant. It's not necessarily a required one. If we miss quick kill on him, we can basically kill him later on around here, but getting this quick kill allows us to get the elevator basically instantly instead of waiting in front of it.
Exactly, and waiting for that elevator is huge time loss. That's like time killer at some points, so getting that vertigo shot's very, very important.
We are
And a
about
lot of elevators.
Yeah, we are about to start our, I would say, auto-scroller section.
help me,
It's
though?
not necessary, but
What's in it for
kind of
you?
feels that way.
Pretty much, yeah. It's kind of what it
A little
is.
hard for me to put my faith in someone who used to work for Umbrella.
So you heard, huh?
Before we hit it, so here he's just going to use this rocket to skip an entire section where usually you'd have to go and grab some TNT, and instead of grabbing it, we're just going to break these rocks down to get past.
You handle yourself
And coming
pretty
up
well.
on two
You sure you're just a researcher?
giants.
I'm just
It's pretty easy to take out the giants, of course, with our pocket launcher.
Quite the ladies' man.
Yeah, it's more about if you can get 2 of them with one shot. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to. It's not a huge thing, but it's still a time loss. And okay, I was there second.
Only slight time loss. I'm surprised that shot looked like it hit me.
Here.
But
Yeah, I went
sometimes
for
the splash
one
damage
spot,
just doesn't hit.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
How's it look?
And here it's just a matter of waiting on Luis. Luckily, Luis is pretty quick for you. There's been times where I've seen it for runners where Luis gets stuck inside of the giant.
It
and he
definitely.
Just, yeah.
He even got stuck behind here for me once. I don't know how it happened.
Speaking of which,
Yep.
Luis is just sometimes he just is slow. There's not really
Well, that was a pain.
I don't know what
Keeping
Luis
those
does.
cooped up down here too?
Yeah, it's kind of me. I mentioned possible bad things, so
See,
of
this
course
is
it
where they
happened.
discovered Las
Yep.
Plagas. Observe these buses of them.
Of course they did.
And here is that auto scroller part that you mentioned, basically.
Give us a push, Sancho.
Who are you calling Sancho?
Yeah, besides being careful enough so you actually
This should speed things up a bit.
hold
I can't believe I'm doing this.
minecarts on the tracks, besides that, this first part is
What now?
basically,
Be like thrill
you can
rides.
almost do it with your eyes closed.
Pretty much. Cause yeah, there's no speeding up this section. It's just survive. Make sure the car survives.
Yep, we basically lean according to where we are. As in, if we are making a right turn, we need to lean right. If we are making a left turn, lean left. Wait this traditional stuff. Yes.
Up ahead! Shoot the board!
If only we could add goals
Left turn!
whole trails, so we could accelerate somehow, but it's close.
Just line it up with some redstone on the side, go a little bit faster.
In this part,
One other-
we can just actually use the explosives to kill them, but honestly I'm too lazy, so I just shoot them anyway. But it's more of a personal preference. Choosing either of them doesn't gain or lose anything in here.
Yeah. And one thing you'll notice with this section being in the minecarts, for whatever reason, Leon loses all of his other weapons and he's only able to use the gun that Luis provides for him. It does have infinite ammo in New Game as well, so like there's no worry about ammunition for it, but we're only able to use that specific weapon, which is, I believe, the Red 9.
This it? Afraid not. Things are just getting started.
And now here we're just going to be manipulating the AI a little bit to try to get the enemies out of the way so that Luis will just run right through. We just don't want him stopping to shoot at anything because Luis can be kind of slow. I think he's running right behind, which is good.
Yeah, I still go for that with no shot, but I realize I'm just bad at it, so I go for instantly going up and shooting them. It's working out for me, but I don't know how consistent it really is.
It worked out. It worked.
Yeah.
As long as Luis gets there quickly, that's the main goal, so. And from the sound of it, at least from what I heard, it didn't sound like he stopped for any reason, so exactly what you needed to do. And with that beautiful sound, we get to see the chainsaw enemy, a very classic enemy. Here in Resident Evil, this chainsaw enemy, all he's trying to do basically is get damage on it while it's around. It does disappear for a bit of time, and then it'll be back again a little bit later. It's not really too much of a problem to deal with. It's more just making sure that it doesn't cause damage to the cart. That's the main thing with the chainsaw enemy.
With chainsaw enemy, getting some barrel shots in upcoming section is the most important thing, I would say, other than hitting them around here.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is right here.
And that is a very
That's
forward
very
shot to hit, but there's always the backup strategy. So basically, if you hit that barrel up at the top, you can make the chainsaw enemy one shot. Fortunately, now he's not going to be one shot, so it's just going to be a matter of saving one bullet to make sure that he's able to be stunned, and then just shooting a lot of the cart that he's in until it breaks. Very nice.
Since thankfully this is auto-scroller, it doesn't matter that much, like we didn't lose time, but it would be better to get the, I guess you could say, good strat.
Yeah, it just makes it a little bit easier, but no time loss doesn't make a huge difference, so. And no damage to the cart. And coming up ahead that Luis loves to point out is the area where you can see where they dug up the bugs. Those bugs are basically just what created the plagas that they have for Resident Evil 4. It's where the disease basically started from. It's where they got it. Think like Jurassic Park, but with a zombie virus instead. And right there you saw where we're trying to get one of the pause buffers. That pause buffer isn't like one of the big important ones, so we're never swapping the FPS for that one. It's kind of just a, if you get it, cool. If you don't, oh well. But just always attempting it is the main thing with it.
I knew it.
It's definitely
These
not
guys
a hard
have
one,
camouflage.
especially since we're in an RT setting where probably actually milling those buffers costs me more time, but in real rounds you kind of want it for two reasons. One, your timer actually pauses during the pause buffer to get it correctly. You get to skip that knockback animation, I guess. I don't describe it exactly.
Yeah, exactly that. Just skipping the animation where Leon would just be stunned briefly for a moment. Here we're gonna hope that Luis is quick. Oh yeah, he's not too far behind. Very nice.
Oh, for the most part.
Yeah.
Here we are actually gonna change our accessory to deer antlers. It basically makes this upcoming Krauser fight better. I'm actually not sure why, I'm gonna be honest, but I think it has to do something with just knives being faster. Like
Yeah, so basically the deer antlers increase knife damage, and with Krauser, Krauser likes to use knives, and you have to use the knife for the fight. So it's just gonna increase the damage that you're doing to Krauser, basically.
You're being controlled by that cult?
This is nothing to do with them. I'm a
okay. I kept this in the wrong person.
Oh good, that was still pretty quick. Krauser can be a little difficult to face against. It's not like the easiest to get the fastest way to kill Krauser, but as long as you are killing him, you got definitely one of the faster ones for sure. He wasn't fighting too much against you, so was still very good.
Yeah, usually intent as strat there is doing a quick knife headshot to him, than actually going for elections, but in the end it worked out. I got lost a bit on my holding knife up button, but it was okay.
Leon, there's only time to say this once, so listen up.
Thank you.
They took your friend to the top of the clock tower. If you hurry,
This is the only,
you might get there before she turns into
this is the
one of
only
them.
cutscene in the game we can play because we have to wait for elevator either way.
Thankful?
So I just let it play
You
anyway.
should.
Yeah, it's like might as well play it. Doesn't hurt anything not to. So.
There's the clock tower. Hang in there, Ashley.
Also, since I actually lost my armor, I'm gonna have to buy one in later part. It's not something that's a huge problem or anything like that, but it's something to keep in mind.
Shit.
It's good for you to notice it early too, that way you've got it in mind. This part, the enemies are, yeah, usually quite mean. That one didn't get stunned by the flash, unfortunately. Just weird, but... basically, these enemies, since there's a lot of them, it's best to just try to stun them with flash grenades. That head, the reason that we like to shoot that is because it will drop down and start spitting out fire, making it a lot harder to get by.
Present for you.
Nice. Sometimes that first lady doesn't like to get stunned. It's always very good to get that.
Dark Souls reference coming up. That sounded like Souls, that's not necessarily.
And with that giant iron ball, the best way to get around it always is just to face tank it. And being on the big elevator, main goal here is just to keep the elevator moving. So you just don't want enemies jumping down on the elevator, so it's kind of just, you know, shoot everything section of the game where you just want to make sure all the enemies are dead and not jumping on the platform to stop it for any reason.
Yeah, it is two things. One, enemies jumping down on us, and two, those, I guess, lantern enemies, I don't know what to call them. They can actually do, I guess, enchanting where they hold your elevator. So we need to basically get rid of them as soon as we can.
Exactly.
Oh, I saw them too. Oh.
A little unfortunate, but not bad.
In here, you can't really save time. It's more about not losing time. It makes sense. Also, like almost shooting blindly to some spots they are 100% spawn. It basically makes it so that you actually never have to deal with them in first place, but it's more of a preemptive thing than required. Like, you don't have to shoot this many times constantly to make it through.
Yeah, it's basically just a safety thing. Plus also fun explosions, I mean.
Oh, sure. Oh yeah, that was the climb. Besides one guy briefly jumping on board, it was pretty decent. We quickly got rid of stowaway as well, I would say.
Yeah, very decent elevator there. And now this is one of my favorite strats in the game. Basically, going across these platforms, usually you wouldn't be able to run across them because they will break if we are run, so you have to very slowly walk across them. But speedrunners found a way to do this goofy run where you're basically just toggling the sprint to get across it a little bit faster. Nice.
I must have repeating it so that I buffer the thing.
Ashley, no time to lose.
And with that, we will actually get that my favorite part in the game, Island. It features, I would say, annoying but actually fun skips inside of it, so we will see how those goes. One of them is called full skip, for example. It sounds like nothing, but it's in a way make or break, even though it's a bit goofy sounding.
It really is. Foot skip is the hardest skip in the game. I would say, I think a lot of runners would agree, and it is an immediate run killer, and it's very unfortunate that it's towards the end of the game, but... Reaching the island, we are in the final section of the game. Still a few more chapters to go, but the final area, I should say.
Yeah, finally.
Perfect. Won't have to swim after all.
Looks like they're updating my drivers, actually fix my FPS issue. This morning I had 60 FPS in here, so I'm at the 120 right now.
Nice. That's very nice. Yeah, having the FPS, it makes such a huge difference in the time for the run. I know that my computer struggles a lot of times whenever I do the run to maintain 120 FPS. So that it's weird that it does it, but the frames will just cause Leon to run slower.
Yeah, it's also weird in a way where I guess viewers can see its screen is a bit fuzzy. We have to lower it to the point where we even have to cut down on resolution scale, but it's fine. In here, we intentionally waited until camera zoomed on this guy because if he skipped the cutscene before that, he actually oh, he falls. Okay, I'm just not gonna waste more time.
Yeah, that's fair. This skip is kind of annoying because the fellow up there, the pig-headed dude, just doesn't like to cooperate a lot of times. There are some other strats, but they are a lot more difficult than dealing with the pig-headed dude. And what we're just trying to do is bait him into exactly that kick attack there to get him to take the damage from the turret instead of Leon taking the damage. Because if Leon gets stuck in the turret, it is basically just an immediate death. He can't get out of it. So we need something else to take that damage instead. Very nice skip.
Yeah, in the end it worked out. I guess you guys also did get to see that, where sometimes even if you hit the grenade, he actually just decides to not attack you or anything, you just stand still. As he can actually decide to attack you in the end, but it gets very chaotic, and I was already on low HP, so I decided to just reload.
Very fair, yeah.
It's not necessarily a requirement, I would say.
This where they're keeping Ashley?
And a lot of the checkpoints, so that last checkpoint reset there was just to get the aggro off from the enemies back there. Because, you know, we just want to be running faster and also try to avoid getting hit by any of them in the back. These enemies in here, for the most part, you can dodge. Sometimes they get to be a little bit violent.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes you can get attack right at the exit, but otherwise, if you can control them, it's fine for the most part. But right after you press the button is mostly a vulnerable part for you. Not because naturally where you can't even use your guns or anything, but also by design, because you have enemies acroing you and standing right next to you.
And running through this area, luckily a lot of the enemies, what they do is pretty scripted, so it's relatively easy to run past them. This fellow here, you got him very early, so that's nice to just run right past.
He just walked out, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes he stands by the door and blocks the way quite a bit. Very nice skip there as well. That dude who runs out will just grab Leon. He doesn't kill Leon or anything, he'll just grab him and kind of be in the way and make a time loss, so getting that dodge there in the corner. Very good for the run. And right there you guys saw the new enemy that gets to be introduced, the Regenerator. Basically this enemy in a regular playthrough, when you shoot at them, if you shoot off a leg or an arm or their head, they'll regenerate it shortly after. And they're pretty annoying to deal with, but luckily we have the rocket launcher.
Yeah, they become a problem on, I guess, their transformation, but otherwise with rocket launcher, they are a one-shot, thankfully.
Yeah.
As I shall demonstrate.
Just like that, with that pop that you heard in the background, that one is dead. Now, the way that they die... Oh, go ahead.
I can't say why, but I love this wall section a lot, where we go back and forth and just switch where the electricity is, where we upgrade the keycard and such. We are repeating where we go a lot, but in a way, it feels natural. It might be only me, but I genuinely... this section in particular is my favorite part in the run. I don't know why, but it just is.
I can totally agree. It's just a very satisfying part to do. It really is.
Again?
It's a very satisfying section.
can also grab the keycard while leaning back towards the panel. That's why I'm not even bothering to turn around. As long as we are next to the panel, we can just spam grab key, and Leon somehow reaches his hand backwards and gets it perfectly every time.
Now this part coming up here where we get to see quite a few more of the regenerators. Usually you'd have to take out this thermal scope, attach it to a rifle or an assault rifle, and search for the item that we're going to be getting, which is the wrench, because with the thermal scope you can see the hearts that are inside the regenerators to be able to kill them. Looks like they were stuck in that animation before they got that hit, but that's alright. Nice. Now the wrench spawns randomly in any of those four every single time. You can never predict which one it's going to be in, so you just kind of have to run and find which one it's going to be. But with the rocket launcher, it kills all their hearts, so they're an instant easy kill. And for the rest of these enemies, it's just making sure that they're kind of just out of the way.
Yeah, even killed enemies that are down the hole here. That's why I'm randomly shooting. It's not a requirement, but it's just a nice thing to do since it's that time in the run. When we basically get there, we will be able to keep our full speed, but that's about it really.
Exactly.
Right.
That sounds
like one guy just was hiding, waiting.
Oh, one more guy too, but yeah, as we said, it's not necessarily a requirement or a problem. It's just more of something little that matters in the long run.
Exactly. And at last, we've been reunited with Ashley again.
Definitely. He thought we were playing hide and seek.
I need you to open it from the other side.
Pretty much a master of unlocking.
I have something you like.
Now with Ashley in this section, this is basically just get Ashley from point A to point B fast, as opposed to getting ourselves from point A to point B fast. She does her things where we're just gonna try to manipulate her AI to get it to move, and so he's just killing these enemies here to prevent Ashley from stopping, prevent her from being grabbed, and also prevent them from reaching her in the future. It's just to keep her moving as quickly as possible. Because up here, up ahead, we're gonna have her holding open the door for Leon.
Okay.
And it's unfortunate.
It's a bit rough.
Now clearing out those enemies is just gonna make it easier for Ashley to get through in the future. But you did make it through the door with Ashley still holding it. Here, she's been grabbed upstairs, and even though the door's closed, shooting that rocket kills the enemy inside. So she's able to just run right through. And again, killing all these enemies is basically just to make sure that Ashley is right behind. And once again, Ashley is just very quick for you. You'll love to see it. She's right behind you.
Yeah, thankfully it does clean overall.
Smells pretty bad.
Very clean. Very nice section.
Yeah. Before this would have killed me, though.
And at least for myself, how I like to watch that timing is if Ashley is on time with that rat, that means that it's very good timing for her. She's very quick, and you had her right at the perfect timing.
We go at the same time.
Yeah, okay.
I wish we could control that like in both ends, so it's perfect match every time.
Get back!
Right?
For this, yeah.
Sometimes Ashley's just a little bit slow with it.
Okay, that's on me.
Oh. Yeah, so hopefully you're able to get past it here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, easy, nice.
Unfortunately, I did that a couple more times, so I knew what was open.
It happens. It definitely happens. So that regenerator is a little bit different than the regenerators that you saw before. That one is what's called an Iron Maiden, or I call it a porcupine. Basically, it has 2 phases instead of 1, so once it gets killed in its first phase, it'll become this spiky porcupine that'll shoot out spikes whenever it is dying. And because it has 2 phases, you know, we don't want to kill it because we don't want to stand there for 2 rockets. Just basically just a little bit of time loss with it. So hitting it the first time with getting to pull the lever, usually you can run past it. Unfortunately, didn't get that, but you did very luckily get it that second time. Like, very nice timing on that.
Yeah, I don't know why, but every time I see press F pop up on that second lever, I just want to press it earlier. I genuinely can't.
I get it. I've done it before. I totally get it. And those enemies that go and pick up Ashley, if you're on New Game, you won't be able to make it to the bridge in time before she gets grabbed. But luckily with New Game Plus and with the 8% speed boost, you're able to make it every single time all the way around, so just kind of leave Ashley there to get grabbed after that point, but you can always make it across the bridge, luckily.
Got some new wares, stranger. You're in for a treat.
And just gonna ignore Ashley and just run straight to the wrecking ball.
Yeah, thankfully she just gets teleported for us.
And fun thing with this wrecking ball, so basically with this spot here, usually Ashley has to hit the wrecking ball several times up against this wall in order to get it to open, and you have to go through several phases of zombies that'll come through. And with our rocket launcher or with grenades, you can break that wall to make it just one cycle instead of having to hit it multiple. So we just break it early, and in New Game Plus you get to stand right by the wall. For some reason in New Game, if you stand there and she hits the wrecking ball, it'll kill Leon. But New Game Plus, we're just able to tank the wrecking ball.
Did you see me? That was awesome!
I think you might have found your calling.
I also love the small detail they added by diffuse ADS on Ashley, or not actually goes on, as if it's actually gonna protect it.
Right?
Yeah, I love that little detail they added for it.
What do you think? You could protect the US from any and all.
The devs, in my opinion, had a lot of love whenever it came to this game, and it really showed.
Yes. For me, it was actually a surreal experience in that sense, since last time I played in Resident Evil 4 game was basically when, not Resident Evil 4 game, in Resident Evil when they were still new and were out on GameCube basically, so...
Yeah.
In a way, it feels very familiar, but also distinct. It's cool in that sense.
Now coming up here, you can see no longer reunited with Ashley. She's been kidnapped again.
Got some new items in stock.
And this is where you're gonna want to get
armor.
that, yeah, body armor.
Alright, make sure.
Got some rare
So this is a section where
sale,
body armor is important to
stranger.
have, whether or not you know, you just have to make sure that you have it for this specific section. Because with Krauser, it's going to be very important for this part in particular.
Yeah. We basically want to be able to tank some of his shots, which is important for upcoming section. And we don't intentionally skip the cutscene here. It makes us the upcoming section basically free instead of having to actually deal with him. I don't know how exactly it works, but he basically leaves us alone on first part.
I'll be
We just wait
honest,
for
I don't know how it
certain
works
line.
either. It just works. For some reason, when you skip the cutscene at this particular part, Krauser just gets broken. And it works.
And it's conveniently on the line code, as if it's making fun of just for whatever code magic, it just works in that exact word.
Revenge.
This is also probably a good time to read some donations if you have any, since we will have to wait for the rest of this cutscene.
See, in that jungle, I had a revelation. The most important thing in this world is pure, unadulterated power. Those Illuminados have given me that.
You know, you were always an asshole. But at least you had some kind of code. Not like I have a choice.
Yeah, don't worry.
Well, as we are coming up on at the end of this run, my hosting shift will also be coming to an end after the break. I will be handing off the reins. So if any of you still want to hear a donation in Waluigi's voice, it is quite easy to obtain. Simply donate. I mean, at this point, any donation that has the word "wah" in it, I will read in Waluigi's voice, even if it's not donated to the Waluigi incentive. But please put it towards the Waluigi incentive. That is the Paper Mario Tower of Trials character palette bid war. Waluigi needs your help.
How can I forget?
Still alive, huh? You got lucky.
And yeah, this is a Krauser fight. For the most part, it's going the way that it is supposed to. I kind of missed dodging one of his attacks where he jumped on me, but besides that, it's going as I expected so far. We shoot him in the section early so that he doesn't shoot us back until we make it around here.
Nice, you got good animation there.
This is it, soldier.
Oops, welcome. Okay.
Very nice, Krauser. That one is definitely a harder one to hit for that specific part. Krauser sometimes doesn't take enough damage, but did that one very flawlessly.
So that's your
And the reason that he's running there, all good. It just got a little bit stuck at the end there. But yeah, you just want to run up against that wall, facing that wall, though running against it just to avoid, to try to avoid the hit for Krauser. And that one, I'm not sure why he hit you there. That's just Resident Evil 4 being Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, it felt like he jumped early, but it is what it is. I bought extra for safety, just knowing anything could happen, so we are safe for now. Okay, this I was able to
Very
get
nice.
this one.
Krauser death, easy. This is usually where you pick up the fighting knife that we've already got in our inventory. Yeah, Krauser section's a lot back-to-back, very precise, small things all built up to make that section. Did it very well.
Yeah, for this part, we are shooting this, doing this shot only for getting this helicopter going early, as you can hear in background. Otherwise, it will start coming basically when we made it here. Start of the next section here is actually attached to how quick these enemies are dealt with, so that's why we want helicopter to come in early, since it will do most of the killing. It will just hit the enemies that are hiding in weird corners like here.
Very quick, Mike.
Hunnigan.
Now these enemies are just going to be spawning kind of back and forth in these same locations, just killing them to make sure that Mike moves on to his next section to break down the door for us is basically all that needs to happen. Usually Mike would stick around, help shoot some of the guys, but it sounds like he's already moving off, which is perfect. Yep. And then it's just waiting. Nice, exact timing for that there.
Well, I won't get shot by a rocket here.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice. So there really comes down to Mike and just making sure, trying to dodge the rocket to just run through, but you did that very well. Nice dodge. And here at this section, this is just breaking that. So Mike needs that part to, or that thing to break so that way he can go and help out because it's targeting his helicopter. So we shoot it very quickly with a rocket and then jump down and reset the cutscene. By doing that, you're skipping a lot of this waiting section so that Mike immediately, as you did, shoots down that door so you can just continue running through. Otherwise you'd be kind of stuck there waiting for a little bit longer.
Yeah, it basically plays out perfectly. I made it in front of door. I even thought I was looking at the wrong door maybe, then thankfully cutscene just happened.
Yeah, that was perfect. This area can be a little unforgiving, so fingers crossed for you here that it goes well. This is another one of those areas like Waterhall and TNT Valley that just is very random and very cruel at times.
Oh, that's very unfortunate.
Unfortunate. Yeah, that fire just kind of got it stuck.
That still worked out.
Yeah. Made it out. Not too bad. Honestly, pretty clean, pretty fast, all things considered.
Yeah, unfortunately we are approaching the Remake split, which was a spoiler for me on my playthrough. That's okay.
Yep, spoiler alert, RIP Mike.
Okay. I've never had that one.
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, I never had that one myself. Well, thankfully I had that extra aid for save.
What the?
Now here in some of these bags are more regenerators, and so just to avoid the regenerators just running around the bags kind of particularly, a lot of this is more of just timing.
Oh,
doesn't like to work.
Yeah, I was supposed to destroy the box here, but
all good.
Wrong.
Luckily with assisted difficulty, the timing with these levers and these doors are usually a little bit more forgiving than they would be on, unfortunate, higher difficulties. So even with some regenerators popping, you should still make it in time. Yeah, very nice.
Yep. And
this coming up is the foot skip that we've been talking about, the hardest skip I would still say in the game. Basically here the goal is to try to get past the turret as quickly as possible by using a particular enemy to get past them. Prepping up to it, just making sure that like the bugs and the stuff are a bit out of the way.
Yeah, I was way too focused on bugs at I hit the bear trap, but it's okay.
All good, it happens. Now here's just gonna throw a flash grenade. This is to stun the enemies behind him, so that way they're hopefully not walking up on him, and then one enemy is going to drop down here. Just going to try to shoot the feet without killing the enemy. It's very difficult to do. Very nice. Oh my gosh, first try. Beautiful, beautiful foot skip. That is a very, very, very difficult skip, especially with the fact that he's using the riot gun that is fully upgraded. Nice invincibility frames as well. Because it's very easy to kill that enemy and just like shoot off their entire leg, as opposed to just getting just enough damage to push them over. So that was a flawless skip, honestly.
Thank you. Yeah, if I did get to do one thing perfect, I want it to be that, so I'm very happy with myself.
Very nice, yeah. Absolutely perfect. Now here, these are the important pause buffers that we want to try to get because they can waste quite a bit of time. So swapping to 30 FPS makes it to where it's a little bit easier to get those skips as opposed to doing it on 120, though it is possible. It's always preferred to do it on 30 FPS. Basically there, Leon would just lean back against a wall and stare at a map to figure out where he's going. So just skipping all of that. And there'll be one more coming up here soon.
Yeah. It's little thing that matters.
I'm losing it.
I'm still super hype about that foot skip. That was absolutely flawless.
Thank you. I did spend quite a lot of time on it. I even learned some backup, so I'm glad it just worked out. Because I knew even if some small, like, unfortunate stuff happened, that would be the biggest time loss for me.
But you did it perfectly.
God damn it.
I think I started a bit early, but it's okay.
Better early and get the skip than late and miss it, so.
Yep.
Nice. So basically at that skip, Leon just falls on the floor on his knees and stays there for a little bit during all of this coughing, all this noise that he's making. By the time that we reach the door, he would just be standing up, so you can kind of see and understand how long or how much time would be lost by missing those.
Yeah, all of the things you are hearing right now is I'm still reenacting the early part, pretty much.
Exactly.
It has to be different.
And once we reach this chair, that's whenever both Leon and Ashley get the virus blasted out of them with a laser. And on to the final chapter.
So all of this, living the parasite, this was Luis.
Yeah, we're alive. Thanks to him. You're getting good at that.
Right? Sure you're okay?
Never been better.
Look at this place.
No, I personally like this last chapter a lot. It's just very consistent. It's probably the most consistent chapter that there is.
She's not the type to
It's more than just casual playing through, but it's very consistent within itself, yeah.
Yeah.
Even the carries we carried from earlier on part matters in here.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where we'd be facing off against the final boss. It'll be Sadler. Who is the one orchestrating all of this and in control of the Plagas. He's kind of like the mastermind behind all of this stuff going on. And so here's the giant epic final boss fight.
And that was it. I even got the quick kill before he jumped on.
Easy boss fight. I just love the rocket launcher for the bosses.
Yeah, it's a good beam, I would say, because this run is not necessarily about doing the normal game parts. It's more about little details, so bosses being that, it kind of fits perfect in my opinion.
I totally agree.
We're not out of here yet.
Thanks.
I was trying to shoot this guy, but I know it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that guy is he's always gonna break out of that.
Yeah.
They're nothing now. They're massive.
It's more of a dream of mine, like,
It's over for them.
Yeah.
I just want to see if anything will happen, and I did get to shoot him.
And story-wise, what's happened here is, well, Ada got away with the,
All right. Not bad, Ada.
sample of the virus that was there, and she passed them the key for this, jet ski to get away on. So Leon and Ashley have to get away on the jet ski as opposed to in the helicopter with Ada. And the fun thing here with this jet ski, I mean, it is a little tricky at times because, you know, as speedrunners, we like to just hold Shift W, and it can be a little difficult to maneuver it because of that. But, to me, one of my favorite parts about it is at the end here, you can do trick shots with Leon. Now, for the speedrun itself, there's only one trick shot that actually is required.
I actually don't know how to do trick shots. I tried every key I can think of, and I just couldn't find it. Is it
on the next
just
jump, try
left click?
tapping F twice. If it's not F twice, then try E.
Z. Nope. I still don't know which button it is, but it's fine.
It's one of the use buttons. I know that for sure. So it's either F or E. If you just kind of spam one of them, it should work. But basically with the trick shot, that'll be just at this last section here at the end. All it does is help stabilize the jet ski to make it a little bit easier to get past the spot. Otherwise, you can kind of bounce around against the walls, making it a little bit harder.
Yeah, and every prop can also hit you.
Still made it
also,
fast, so you're good.
Yeah, we are about to call time and time. GG's.
GG's. Very nice run.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was amazing. I really think Leon looks great in those cat ears. I think it would be worth it to wear them even if it didn't save time.
Yeah, I would definitely choose that. The gangster outfit is my own choice as well. But yeah.
I just love that the cat ears stick out of the hat for that outfit.
Yeah, exactly. Main part or main reason I chose that. But yeah, that was it. I think we'll just do our closing parts now. Thanks for watching. I will be back in, I would say, about 2 hours for War for Cybertron, which I am the teacher for that game. It's very different from this game, but in its own way, it's very special run. So be sure to check that one out. Besides that, don't really have much to say. Thank you for this opportunity, whether for Speedromizer or for my teacher, Audio Ignis. Yeah.
I just want to say thank you for doing the run. You did a fantastic job with it. GG's. Very proud of all the progress that you made on it.
Thank you so much, y'all. And coming up, we will have a quick break before we will have an interview about Celeste and the runners who have been learning that game, followed by the run of Celeste itself. But also, of course, my shift will be coming to an end, so I will be handing off commentary to DJ, who will then give the mic to Talia. Anyway, see you after the break. Hello. Good, good. So I guess I'll just, yeah, come back.
Every day, I want your touch, and every way, I can't give it up. Anything, just to feel the rush. This just ain't enough. Oh, we be my ride or die. Oh, we can do this every night. Oh, yeah. Will you be my ride or die?
welcome back, everyone. And it is amazing to see during that run we crossed $700 for QMUNITY. So I really think that's great. You've made a big impact with those donations in helping queer, trans, and two-spirit people. Yeah, we love to see it. And unfortunately, my shift is now coming to an end. But we have a lot more exciting action coming up. Next, we're gonna have an interview about learning Celeste, and following that, we will have the run itself, which will be a race. So I'm just gonna say bye-bye for now. I'll be back next Friday, but enjoy the rest of the weekend and the rest of the marathons on this half of the rest of the runs, even on this half of the marathon. See you next weekend, and yeah, DJ, take it away.
Good morning, Speedromizer community. How is everybody doing? Cydia, thank you for hosting. That was a phenomenal job. And just give us a couple more minutes. We will be right back with that interview.